Hello fellow members, before we get to know about Tzu-Chi Medical Care System, TCMC, I'm sure you would have listened to the short video clip by TIMA person in charge, Dr. Tang, on Community Medical Care CMC program that consists of 6 components, in which Medical Home Care MHC and Medical Consultation MCS are 2 of them. TCMC is a cloud application specially developed to support the end-to-end processes of MHC and MCS. A cloud application is a software program that is accessed through a web browser with a continuous internet connection via a PC or a mobile phone. TCMC has a complete suite of modules that support e-application of MHC or MCS new cases, approval workflow that new cases have been submitted by volunteers, functions that allow the admin to assign cases to medical team members and palliative volunteers, including scheduling appointments. It also consists of TIMA membership maintenance, which then allow each member to manage their availability for medical home visit in their calendar, perform reporting after each visit or consultation. TCMC is a system with secure user access to protect the confidentiality of the patient information and management report capability for administration purposes. Why we need such a system? Since MHC or MCS programs were successfully launched in June 2016, our volume in Penang has been consistently ranging between 100 to 150 cases at any one time. We came to realization that it's not a simple process when it involves patients, volunteers, and medical team members to perform the service delivery on site. Therefore, we need an application to manage this process more efficiently to make sure we can scale this service to provide healthcare assistance to people of all ages based on Tzu-Chi medical mission guiding principles of respect life and patient-centered. Before TCMC, we have been managing this process manually using email, telegram, Excel, or hard copy application forms without a proper patient data protection. Going forward, we can have the process digitized with workflow and record retention to ensure patient's data confidentiality is protected with secure user access rules. We should improve in our appointment scheduling with notification and reminder to avoid cases which long overdue because we do not have a scheduling tool. Even reports for management review were done manually, and now we can have system-generated reports to ease the review and analysis. Let's have a look at the MHC application process, which TCMC is expected to support this process end-to-end. There's no change to the criteria that MHC application must be made by Tzu-Chi volunteers. Patient is unable to seek medical treatment from the hospital due to mobility restriction or requires palliative care is eligible to apply. The only difference is that we have deployed the manual hard copy form to a digital form that the volunteers can navigate the process step by step to complete the required details. Once the application is submitted, it will be channeled to first level and second level approval before the medical admin assign the appropriate medical specialist to perform the first assessment with an appointment schedule. Notification and reminder of the appointment will be sent to medical specialists and volunteers via email or telegram message. After the home visit is performed, medical specialists and palliative care volunteers are required to complete the case report in TCMC. Next, let's look at MCS e-application process, in which similar steps are found, except that volunteer referral section is not available in MCS digital form. Once the application is submitted, it will channel directly to medical admin to schedule our regular doctors to perform a review of the patient's medical condition and provide their second opinion through the consultation appointment. Before we start to use the system, there are a few steps we need to go through to ensure we have a secure login. Okay. If you are a Tzu-Chi volunteer, there are a single sign-on facility in e-management portal that you can use a single user ID or username and password to log into multiple systems or applications within Tzu-Chi, and TCMC is one of them. Once the system is launched, your login credentials will be activated in e-user management portal to access directly to TCMC system. If you are a TIMA member but not a Tzu-Chi registered volunteers, you shall receive an invitation email to set your password. Once this is done, your account is activated. Please bookmark the TCMC login URL in your PC or add this URL to your mobile home screen for easy access. Select medical specialist in the role drop-down list and then enter your ID, which is equivalent to your IC and password. The user account activation process is now completed. Next, as mentioned earlier, TCMC has an alert and reminder capability to inform the user when a task is completed, that proceeding action is required, or notification to the medical specialist or volunteers about a home visit appointment one day before it is due. User can receive alert or reminder via email or telegram message, provided that the email or telegram ID is maintained in the system. These details are maintained in the system based on the information provided during the TIMA membership registration. If you do have an updated email address or you are using Telegram apps or messaging apps, you may inform Tzu-Chi medical admin to make sure it is updated into the system accordingly. A simple information about the patient will be shown in this alert as shown in this email example, such as the service group, case number, patient name, location, and state. The same goes with Telegram message. If you receive this message and would like to review the case details, firstly, please log in to Tzu-Chi management portal to access to the TCMC system, or log in to TCMC URL which you have bookmarked. Then go to the message and click onto the case details link info in light blue color. It will lead you directly to the case details of this patient. Okay. How to identify your Telegram ID if you would like to receive message through Telegram messaging apps. Bots are third-party applications that run inside Telegram. User can interact with bots by sending them messages, commands, or inline requests. Other messaging apps such as WhatsApp does not have this feature. If you wish to receive TCMC notification or reminder via Telegram, your Telegram ID must be maintained in the system first. You can identify your Telegram ID by going through these steps. Okay. First, launch the Telegram, search for Chat ID bot, and press Start. It will return a unique Telegram ID. Please inform our medical admin to update this ID into your account in the TCMC system. Okay. Next, to set up TCMC bot in your Telegram message list, launch the Telegram and search for Tzu-Chi TCMC bot. Press the bot in results and press Start. Leave it in your message list. The system will send an alert or notification to this bot. Okay, this is the process in terms of how to set up the Telegram notification to your Telegram messaging apps over the mobile phone. When you get into TCMC system, you will notice a few terms and terminology used. It's good that you understand them as we go along. First, we can start with patient type. All Tzu-Chi care recipients, including dialysis patients who are active in e-welfare system, are eligible to apply for these services with special rules required by the welfare department. Community volunteer can only apply for the care recipient belongs to his or her own CLE group. The volunteers will be prohibited to proceed with the application in the system when he or she applies for care recipient registered under different group. However, volunteers can make application for Tzu-Chi care recipient family for themselves or their family, UNHCR referred refugees or public. The welfare rules mentioned earlier is not applicable for patient type 4 to 9. Next is the service group and service type. Currently, there are two groups supported by TCMC. They are medical home care MHC, which refers to medical support and palliative care at patient's home. Secondly, medical consultation service MCS, which refers to second opinion offered by our medical specialists based on the medical reports presented by the patient. Under each of this service group, we have 4 service types under MHC. Whenever there's a new application, we will arrange for our medical doctors to perform first assessment under service type M. Regardless, the patient requires dressing, physiotherapy, dietary advice, while service type P refers to palliative care service, which will be attended by our trained palliative care volunteers and shifu. After the first assessment, doctors may refer to other specialists based on his or her assessment of the patient condition under service type R, or schedule a nurse to perform dressing, which will be identified as D. These service types are important for us to understand the status of the case and trigger different processes to follow up and attend the patients accordingly based on their needs. MCS will have only 3 service types identified as M, R, or E. For first consultation, referral to other TIMA specialists, or consult external specialists in Malaysia, Taiwan, or internationally. Okay, we do not have a case number to manage our application form before TCMC system is introduced. To ease the case management process, we have set up a case serial number system which have 14 digits. 10 digits in front is the main case number, which is unique for each patient. This main number consists of 4 components, in which first 2 digits as state code, followed by single digit of service group, H is MHC, C is MCS, then by another 2 digits that represent year. For example, 18 is the year of 2018, and the last 5 digits is the running number assigned by the system. The second segment of the case serial number is the 4 digits sub-case number. Service type M, P, R, and D, which we went through in earlier slide, will be reflected here, followed by the number of incidences. Let's take an example. A new case is created for patient A with PGH 1800001 as the main case number, which means this patient comes from Penang, applied for MHC service in year 2018, and he's the first patient in our 2018 running number. This patient has applied for our medical assessment and palliative care service. The new case will always appear with the service type M001 as the sub-case number, which assigns to Dr. Tang, who has been scheduled to visit on the September 1st. Palliative volunteer also has been assigned to perform home visit, which is scheduled on the September 10th. Dr. Tang has requested dressing service, and admin has arranged Nurse Yap to visit the patient on the September 5th. You will notice that the sub-case number is now reflected as D001, represent the dressing service was requested after first assessment by Dr. Tang. Between 1st September to 13th of September, Tzu-Chi has sent 3 teams, which are Dr. Tang, Nurse Yap, and palliative care volunteers to visit the patient 5 times. It is important to note that every case serial number shall have a report completed for each visit to detail out the treatment and service performed during the visit for record and next follow-up. Okay, just like any other application or process management system, we have statuses to reflect where we are on each case and what action is required to move to the next task. This is just a quick run through, and each of the status code and descriptions are visible in the system. We do not need to memorize them. When the application is not submitted, it is shown as 00. Once submitted, it will be changed to 01 or 02 pending for approval. 04 means the case is rejected. 03 shows the case is pending for assignment to an appropriate medical specialist, and if the medical specialist requires to review the case to make sure it falls under his or her medical specialist, then the case will sit at 05. Once the medical specialist has confirmed that he or she will accept the case assignment, the status will change to 06. And if the time and date of the appointment is confirmed, then the system will show the status as 07. When the case is closed and the status is reflected, and the status will be reflected as 99. There are some unique statuses for MHC, such as HH, when the patient is required to admit hospital, while we have CA, CO, CL, and CT for MCS for some unique statuses. For example, when we need to help the patient to arrange treatment in another medical center or issue a referral letter to the patient. Okay, there are a few functions in the system to support the process involved specifically for medical specialists. For example, there are times before accepting the case assignment, medical specialist requires a review of the case details to confirm whether it falls under his or her specialties. Admin were able to trigger the notification, either email or telegram message, that the medical specialist can have secure access to this information to protect the confidentiality of the patient's data. Medical specialists can then click accept or reject after reviewing the case details in the system. Okay. Although MHC or MCS may be done by medical specialists voluntarily, there's no difference between attending a patient at the clinic or hospital and the patient's home. It is necessary for the medical specialist to complete the case report about the diagnosis, clinical assessment, and treatment performed during the home visit. Not only is important medical report, but also for future follow-up, referral to other specialists, analysis or review. Case status is compulsory field in the case report screen. There are 5 statuses to select from: to schedule next visit date, to schedule for internal referral or other specialists, to arrange other medical personnel to perform scheduled dressing, patient is required to admit hospital, or close case. First example, if to schedule next visit date is selected, medical specialists can choose to schedule the date now or schedule later. Once the report for this subcase is submitted, it will be closed at status code 99. But a new subcase number M002 will be branched out for the next visit. For the explanation in this session, I will just quote the subcase number. In fact, in the system, you will be able to see the entire full case number as what is shown in this slide. A new subcase number M002 will be branched out for the next visit. If the date is scheduled, this new branch out subnumber will be sitting at status code 07, which is case scheduled. Reminder will be sent out 1 day before the appointment is due to the medical specialist via email or telegram message, as I explained earlier in those slides. Okay. In the second example, if the doctor visited the patient and it's necessary to have a physiotherapist to provide physio treatment to the patient, when completing the case report, he may check, continue attending to this patient, and the case status to schedule for internal, referral, or other specialists. Once case report for subcase number 001 is submitted, it will branch out M002 for him to get ready for the next visit. But another new sub-number R001 will be created, as well as the status code 02, which is pending approval 2. It will then be brought to the admin attention to arrange the physiotherapist to attend to this patient. This system is designed in such a way because first, each visit shall be recorded with a case report. Second, different medical specialists will write their own report based on their respective specialty. Third, different specialists will attend to the patient at different times based on their availability. Okay. A similar process for third example, when the doctor is requesting for a nurse to schedule a wound dressing management or treatment to the patient. A new case number D001 will be branched out for the admin to assign a nurse to visit the patient's home to perform the scheduled dressing. Okay. A similar process for MCS case reporting. However, there are 6 case statuses for the medical specialists to choose from. They are to consult other TIMA medical specialists, to consult external medical specialists, to arrange treatment in another medical center, to issue referral letter, to schedule appointment to convey, refine, and lastly, choosing or closing the case. If the doctor makes a call to refer the case to other TIMA medical specialists, he may choose to continue or not attending this patient. So this checkbox can be checked or unchecked. Once sub-number M001 is submitted by checking, continue attending this patient, subcase M001 will be closed and a new subcase number M002 will be branched out to get the doctor ready for the next consultation. At the same time, subcase number R001 is created for admin to assign to other TIMA specialists based on the case report. If this doctor selects to consult other TIMA medical specialists but uncheck continue attending to this patient, then M002 will not be branched out. M001 will be closed, and then a new branch out number R001 will be created at the status 02. That's the difference between the check and uncheck of continue attending to this patient. Similarly, if the doctor chooses to consult external medical specialists, a new sub-number E001 will be branched out and admin will have to follow up with the external specialist to get a formal reply before an advice can be provided to the patient. Okay. Lastly, a specific module called My Schedule is designed for the medical specialists to manage their own calendar. It provides a calendar view on the home visit or appointments already assigned, medical specialists to update the availability to perform home visit or consultation at specific session, that the admin can assign the appointments accordingly. Third, medical specialist to update his or her off day, OT or leave that admin shall not assign any case during that specific days. Well, now we are ready to proceed with the next training video on how to confirm assignment in TCMC system, complete case reporting and update the availability in my schedule. If you have further questions, you may call 04-228-1013 extension 214 or email to tcmc.tzu@gmail.com. Hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you.